We are back here on the Lynn Hayes Freeland Show. I want to talk about raising sons. And I'm not ignoring our daughters, okay? But I know that pretty much the majority of you have sons. We'll come back to the girls for sure. What do you think the biggest challenge is in raising a strong, young black boy and helping him become a man?
To be strong but not angry to the point where you have to feel like they're in danger. Their daddy is 6'3", 220, big, hairy black man. And he likes to take walks a lot. And he likes his hoodies a lot. And for him to understand that he can't dress a certain way because then his children want to dress a certain way. And that he may have a stance that he can feel like he's protected, but he knows his kids can't do the same yet.
Okay.
And so for them to really understand emotional intelligence and be able to play chess with another person and not always be able to express their full-fledged anger because then it be taken incorrectly and then them be in danger.
Okay. All right. I want to hear from you.
Well, I have a little bit different perspective. You know, I'm a single mom, and I really feel like we need to depend on the support of our brothers, our uncles, and the other male supports in the community. It is important for boys to get that male perspective, not from me, because I'm not a male, and I can't give that to my boys. So I encourage them building relationships with men outside of the home, men in the community, husbands, cousins.
I was going to say, now, is that hard to do? Because I know a lot of programs, in particular mentoring programs, always say we need black males to get involved. Is it hard to do that, to find people?
Well, see, as someone who works in a social work field, I'm very creative. And I'm very out of the box in how I approach my life situation.
Okay.
So it may not be a mentoring group. Maybe it is one day, but the next day I'm having dinner at Muffy's house. 2 weeks later, we're at the basketball game and the coach is on my son.
Okay.
Teaching my 4-year-old. You have to be very creative, and that's the one thing I really love about the group. We're all creative. We all think out of the box. This one will say something I never thought of. Like, that could work. That could really work.
Absolutely.
And it's definitely, I loved what Jessica said about it being a constant chess game when you're raising black boys, because it's like you have your boy, like most people that have boys, most moms that have boys know, boys, my sons wrestle all day.
All day.
I feel like it's a constant tumbleweed rolling around my house. But when we're outside, it's like I have to, even though I know that's just them being naturally playful because they're little boys, I have to be like, oh, don't do that. Right. Somebody might think you're going to hurt them. And I think that is a huge challenge, like Jess said, just like trying to help them understand that for them, life is going to be a lot about hiding and presenting and perform, and I hate the performing that black children in general are forced to do in the outside world. They call it code switching now, but is it really? But it's for me, it's mentally, it's intellectually, it's damaging because it's basically you having to internally tell yourself, I can't be who I
can't do that.
Who I am is not welcomed in this world, and I think for boys. Because boys are so action-oriented, it's even tougher. Because boys are, I have 3 sons, 8, 9, 16, and my husband at home. And one of the things I know about boys is they're very much so people who, they act. They act on things when they see something wrong. They put a plan of action together. So to also have to put a plan of action together and then say, you know, how am I going to look while I'm doing this? So
how is this going to be viewed? Yeah. Okay.
How is it going to be? How am I going to be viewed?
Interesting. Now let's talk about girls, because the realities are, and you have a daughter too. Okay. The realities are, our girls in a lot of ways get lost because all the attention goes to the boys.
I was going to say, you know, I think one of the biggest challenges for me as a mom, I have a 10-year-old daughter, is just trying to make sure I instill self-love in her. You know, because you're right, they do get overlooked. And for my child in particular, she's very quiet, you know, and so it's trying to help her find a balance of like, when are you quiet and when do you need to speak up, you know, making sure that she is perceived in the world for who she is, which is a very intelligent young lady, you know, and not grown up to be looked at and overlooked as like, an angry black woman like we were talking about earlier. So I think for me, it's really about starting with that self-love, because I feel like once she gets that, once she can really hold on to that, everything else is going to come. She's going to know what she deserves. She's going to go after it. And so I feel like that's, my constant lesson with her is just teaching her to love herself.
And you have daughters different ages.
Close to the same age.
Okay.
Yep. I do have, we did a yours, mine, and ours thing.
Okay.
So I have two 26-year-old daughters
Okay.
that aren't twins, and a 10-year-old daughter
Wow.
and a 7-year-old granddaughter.
Okay.
So lots of girls.
All right, but that's a good jumping off point. So 26, 10, 7. How have things changed from the 7-year-old from when the 26-year-old was growing
Well, the
up?
26-year-old may be able to tell you that better than anyone. But I would say certainly the times that we're living in have changed. A lot of the not so great things have stayed the same, like having to teach our kids about racism and colorism. And so especially so for girls, as Tess mentioned, that self-love. And you have to, with girls, the difference I believe is you have to really show them how to be a woman. And so you have to be a fantastic example. And that has to do with being, teaching them to be loving and affectionate, and sort of like Jessica mentioned, how to be strong but not angry and mean. And that is a challenge for the girls. And you have to teach them how to be mothers and daughters, so.
So you mentioned racism, and I want to throw this out to everybody. I mean, I know when I was growing up, my family didn't talk much about racism, but what they would constantly say is you have to be better, faster, smarter.
Yes.
Is it different with kids today? What's the message you're giving them?
So that's something that I'm very adamant about, the better, strong. Like, I don't tell my sons that. I tell them your job is to be your authentic self in the world.
Okay.
And if people accept it, then they accept it. And if they don't, then that's not meant for you. And as the old folks said, quoting the Bible, they would always say, what God has for you is for you.
Is for you.
So if it's for you, you'll get it. If it's not for you, that's okay. Something else will come along, because you were put here for a reason, and there's a season for everything, So I try not to say that to my sons, because I know for me, I was raised with that. And for me, how I interpreted that in my childlike mind was, I have to be better than everybody else. And I think it kind of instills in girls and boys a deep sense of insecurity, because the real you is never good enough. You have to be good enough for everybody.
Let me jump in, Ellie, because we got to take one more commercial break. When we come back, we're going to tell you how you can get more information about this group and a lot more, so don't go away when the Lynn Hayes Freeland Show continues.